Hey guys, and welcome to my fourth series of videos. This video is going to be a 7 math video. So if you're not in 7th grade math, I do not suggest you watching this video. Today we're going to do 1.1 and I've made a handy little chart for you. So after we're done with the lesson, we can check off 1.1. Also, this is all copyright Big Ideas Math. If you use clever.com, go to clever.com, access Big Ideas Math, and this is all coming from the 7th grade book. So, Unit 1 is called integers, and 1.1 is called integers and absolute value. If you watch my different types of numbers video, you already know what integers are, but today we're just talking about absolute value. So this is the sign for absolute value. It's basically like parentheses except straight parentheses. And what does absolute value mean? We can draw a number line back from previous grades, right? 0, 1, 2. -1, -2. And basically what it's asking is how far away is 2 from 0? Well, it's 1, 2 away from 0. Or it's basically asking what is the positive form of the number. So the absolute value of -2 will be 1, 2, 2. Or the positive version of -2 is 2. The positive version of 2 is 2. So you can also use it that way. And I'll show you one more example. And this other example is going to be the absolute value of -3. Draw a handy little number line. 0, 1, 2, 3, -1, -2, -3. Now, how far away is -3 from 0? 1, 2, 3. So the answer is 3. Or the positive form of -3 is 3. So now that you know how to use absolute value, I'm going to give you a few problems. I'm going to give you the first set of problems, which is 4 problems. And these 4 problems are the absolute value of 7, the absolute value of -1, the absolute value of -5, and the absolute value of 14. And pause the video here to solve them. All right, we had a bit of elevator music there, and that's how it's going to be for all of the waiting. Hope you enjoyed that little bit of elevator music, and now we move on to solving them. The absolute value of 7, I'm not going to draw a number line, I'm just going to tell you the answers. The absolute value, the positive version of 7 is 7, positive version of -1 is 1, positive version of -5 is 5, and positive version of 14 is 14. So simple, I bet you're like, Rishi, why are you even teaching us this? The moment you said it, we already knew it. Yeah, but it's like a thing which you have to learn. So, don't want to learn it, go talk to the district. Next, we are comparing. Which one is greater? So, let's compare 1 and the absolute value of -4. I bet you're like, oh, 1 is greater. But remember, this is an absolute value sign. So the absolute value of -4, the positive version of -4 is 4. So actually 4 is greater than 1, isn't it? So these absolute value signs can sometimes trick you. So now I'm going to give you the next set of practice problems. There's 4 of them. The absolute value of -2, absolute value, remember that. And -1. Which one is greater? Next one, absolute value of not -10, but absolute value of 10 versus 11. Which one is greater? Absolute value, no absolute value. -7 or the absolute value of 6. And finally, we have 9 or the absolute value of -9. Also, you can use equal signs if there is an equal sign. So, pause the video here to solve them. And the link to the elevator music will be in the description. All right, so hopefully you've solved it. The absolute value of -2 is basically 2, and 2 is greater than -1. The absolute value of 10 is 10, and 11 is greater than 10. The absolute value of 6 is 6, and 6 is greater than -7. And the absolute value of -9 is 9, and 9 and 9 are equal. So that's how you solve that. So basically, today's lesson is just all about absolute value. And it should be pretty easy. You should be getting the hang of it because this is our last example. And then you're actually done. So I'm just going to show you one last review. The absolute value of 39 is what? 39. If you said 39, then you are right. And the absolute value of 35 is what? If you said 35, you are right. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you learned about absolute value. Now you know all about absolute value. We can check off 1.1. Pretty fast lesson, right? Too easy for you. Well, 7th grade math will be harder than this, believe me. This is just the starting. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. Check out the link to the elevator music in the description. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notifications bell to get notifications about our next 7th grade math video. And I will see you guys later.